I would like to start with the introduction of your company and how do you contribute here.
Samriddhi Automations Private Limited is basically known mostly in the market by the name of the CCTV brand we operate in Spurs. So Spurs is basically a 22-year-old organization. We're the first Indian company to manufacture CCTV cameras in India under Atmanirbhar Bharat. We've been doing it since last 17 years in India. We today are the first Indian company to be cyber security certified on products basis the OAPS 4.0 STQC certifications now required by Indian Railways. We have product ranges we manufacture for both railway stations, coaches, locos, EMUs, and certain very specific products uh, for the pantograph monitoring and the driver assistance is what basically we are into. Apart from railways, we cater to almost all major application verticals like safe cities, smart cities, power, metros, uh, into rail, airports, defense, army, uh, perimeter protection there. So yeah, we have a wide range of product portfolio that we have.
So, what is like with photography? What you do?
There is a very specific requirement of pantograph monitoring.
Photograph
That's
monitoring.
a very specific requirement for the Indian Railways. So there a specified product is what we have developed to monitor the pantograph using a pantograph camera and a side camera for monitoring the compartments, the entry exit points. The camera is IP68 certified. It's a vibration shockproof certified for Indian Railways, and we have started the deployment with various EMU trains in the Western Railway.
So, have you also deployed it in the metro projects?
The pantograph camera, or
No, the product, the CCTV.
so we have deployed products in Pune Metro. We have very recently bid Bangalore Metro and Chennai Metro. So metros is what we are focusing now, and we are hopeful that we'll be deploying in more metros in times to come.
And how your relationships with railways are, and what are the have you also supplied to them?
So as I mentioned, so we've been supplying to railways since RDSO revision 4.0. It's been almost, I think, more than 3.5, 4 years rather, since we've been supplying to railways. We have done more than 100 plus railway stations across India. In Division 6.0 also, we're currently having more than 10 railway stations orders in hand with us, and more in the pipeline. So yeah, we've been supplying and serving railways for quite a long time.
So you say that you're also manufacturing the product. So can you tell us about your factories in India or abroad?
We are an Indian company, so we have all the factories in India as of now. Though we have global operations being served by Indian factories. So we have three operational factories at the moment. We have two manufacturing factories units in Sitkul, Haridwar. Then we have one unit in Noida, and we are under construction for our fourth factory, which is one of the largest integrated factory where we have all the processes related to CCTV manufacturing in integrated fashion. It's in Kashipur again in Uttarakhand. That will have a capacity of making 1 million camera a month.
Great. I would like to know that how Make in India initiative is helping you and how it is able to accelerate the growth of your business. And I hope it might have done a lot because you said that all your manufacturing units are in India only. Yeah.
We basically are an Indian company where we are an purely made in India company. So make in India is something even you have foreign companies coming in India and making in India. So we're purely made in India company. Uh, I think self-reliance, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, different words for the campaign being done by our Honorable Prime Minister is absolutely adding value not to us but to the industry as well as to the economy. because whatever is required by India is being made in India. So at the end, Indian companies are growing, Indian products are being taken, employment generation is happening, the currency is being spent by government is again adding value, being spent in India and being in India. So it's adding value from all aspects, from personal level as a business, to employment level as an individual, and to the government level in terms of boosting the Indian economy. So I think it's a very nice initiative, and the the initiative is actually seeing progress on ground now. So a lot of demand by the customer is on the Make in India, Made in India products now. The policy is being implemented in the right spirit on ground. Yes, always whenever a policy is implemented, there are always some gaps which time with time they get fulfilled or bridged up. So that always is there with any policy. But I think it's adding too much to our value as the demand for the Make in India products is increasing day by day. More often with the land border clause of the policies again hampering the land border countries where mostly under quality products were coming and being served to Indian
So
customers.
policies, what reforms, policy reforms should government bring so that it is a win-win situation for both the public and the private sector?
I think government is doing a wonderful job. Government is doing the best to uh, support Indian manufacturers, Indian technology. They have initiated development orders. If we specifically talk about railways, railways has a concept of giving development orders to Indian OEMs. So until the technology is tried, tested, proven, you don't get mass orders. That's a very good initiative, which I think Indian Railways has been following, and it has to. What I suggest is to be followed by other verticals or other customers, government customers. That even if something which was not in India, the motto should be to develop that in India because we have the capability and the technology, and we can always produce foreign alternatives through Indian industrialists and Indian companies. I think one thing where government, as a suggestion, I would say is to work on is today the policy defines Make in India, Made in India, or indigenization at the contract level. Most of uh, the tenders which happen are the works tender, which is turnkey projects where you have services, you have certain products, you have laying, digging, cabling, a lot of stuff is there. At times, what happens? Definition of the indigenization or Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is specifically to have products made in India, specifically that too electronic products, that somewhere gets lost because the contractor tries to position the things in a way that a lot of non-Indian things also go on where it is already declared under the PPMI order. So I think we need to have a little more stringent policy on the subject that if a product which is declared with sufficient capacity and sufficient competition in India should only be procured from a class 1 supplier, whether it's a works order or whether it's an individual procurement order. I think that is one area which I think the government should now proud a policy, at least in those areas where you know that the Indian alternatives exist and are equally good to the foreign alternatives products. I think that is where I would see more emphasis or policy revision by the Indian government.
I also agree on this point that instead of the turnkey tenders, there should be product specific tenders on the
Yes,
ground.
yes, yes,
You're
yes.
correct.
That is important.
Okay, how are you planning to expand your capability, or are you planning to expand on the global level? So, what are your strategies to do that?
So I think all the strategies I can't disclose here on a public forum, but yes, we are expanding. That is what I can say. We're not just expanding in India but globally. We've started exports. We have so we as an manufacturer do also OEM business, which is wide labeling for a lot of brands. So we are bringing a lot of such brands as an alternative to uh, our neighboring countries where most of these brands are getting their products manufactured, apart from manufacturing our own brand. So yeah, we are going global. We are exporting also to certain countries at the moment, and in coming years we'll have more of global footprints. I think we'll truly what our motto is to make in India, make for the world. So that is where I think pretty well defines that what our growth strategy and future plans would be.
So first make in India and then for the world.
Yes.
Great.
So
So
an Indian product for the world. That
yeah.
is that is what we want to bring the confidence that the products made in India are equally good, equally suitable, equally stable,
Reliable.
technologically advanced for the world also, not just for India. So I think that trust for Indian products, Indian companies, once start coming in the world, at the World Forum, I think that's the win for India.
How the events like RMT Conclave add value to your business, and what are your feedback on the event?
I think it's a very good event. Helps us to uh, meet the customers, the government customers or the contractors. Number one, who we don't know, or the ones who don't know us. So it's a platform where we can meet. It's a platform where we get to know what new things are happening. Like we came to know a lot of the tenders which got awarded to who, what are the new things in upcoming as per the guidelines of specifically railways, railway ministry. Like in yesterday's session, in today's session, we heard a lot about Vande Bharat. Vande Metro is being talked about. So what is the plan? What is the rollout plan? What are the new advancements that are going to happen as an industry, as a company? We get to know the insights that these are the areas where our opportunities lying for us, and then it is up to the individual company to grab what opportunities they can um, to start doing the innovation or development or make products which are needed for those upcoming opportunities for Indian Railways. So I think it's a very good platform for us to engage, to know what is coming in the future, and then it's up to us to how to turn that into profitable business for us.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.